aircraft carrier runway. To get liftoff, we had to get rid of radios, navigation systems, even guns. We still only had enough fuel for a one-way ride to a safe place in China. We didn't have enough sense to be scared. Anyway, worrying was a waste of time. We didn't have time to waste. 200 miles away from liftoff, Japanese fishing boats had sighted us.
This is how the movie Pearl Harbor ends.
On the chance they warned Tokyo, we were ordered to take off immediately. Now, Colonel Dolittle told us the chances of making it back were pretty slim, and anyone who wanted could bow out. No one batted an eye. Dolittle and I were in the first plane. It was storming. 30-foot waves making the slippery deck roll up and down. And I knew if we didn't get airborne, the rest of the guys weren't going to feel too good about following us. But we made it. Without the radios, we were cut off from the world. We had no idea what we'd find in Japan. Amazingly, we caught them off guard, hit our targets in Tokyo and 4 other cities. There was no cheering. China was 1,000 miles away, and we had only had enough fuel to go 800 miles. And then Mother Nature delivered a miracle. A strong tailwind that literally pushed us to China. Then she threw us into a violent storm, and we were flying blind. But we'd run out of gas, and it was bail or crash. Now, I'd never used a parachute, and I was scared out of my mind. Jumping into that black hole, a thunderstorm turning and twisting me so I didn't even know what was up or down. It seemed like ages before I floated down and my parachute caught in a tree. I was cold and wet, afraid. And I didn't know where I was and if anyone else had made it. And I felt so alone that I dug out my old red wool hunting cap and put it on and pretended I was home. Dolittle had told us to go west. So the next morning, a compass in one hand and in the other a loaded pistol, I started walking. I avoided people. Was I in Japanese occupied territory or not? Lady Luck had been riding on my shoulder and I sure hoped she was still there. It was almost dark when I saw a shack carrying the national Chinese flag. And inside, unbelievably, Colonel Dolittle. Boy, was I glad to see him. Colonel Dolittle at first thought he failed because all the planes had crashed. But at home they'd said we changed the course of the war. Still, success had come at great sacrifice. 2 airmen were killed when their planes crashed into the ocean, and the survivors were captured by the Japanese, imprisoned and brutally tortured, some of them to death. After the raid, the rest of us kept on fighting. When we were called heroes, we knew better. The 6 airmen whose lives were sacrificed, the Americans back home who built the planes that got us where we needed to go, they were the heroes. God bless them all.